Welcome again to Let's Talk Science with Pastor Dan. I'm going to talk another quick short here about something I heard from the Lord last night. I was happily driving and turned on the radio, and I heard this minister, and God began to speak to me about promises made, promises kept. When God makes us a promise, you can take it to the bank. It's not going to change. Doesn't matter if you feel like it. It doesn't matter if you agree with it. If he makes you a promise, it's going to happen. Now, I can point to a couple Old Testament and New Testament examples of promises made, promises kept. The first one was Abraham. Abraham was Abram at first, and God promised him that he would have a son. Now, Abraham tried to make it happen on its own, and there's lots of problems associated with that. But eventually, God gave Isaac. God gave Abraham Isaac. Now, it took a while. It didn't happen right away. There were over 20 years from the time of the promise to the receiving of the promise. So just because we have a promise doesn't mean we don't have to walk it out in faith. Second example I could point to is the nation of Israel. God promised that the nation of Israel would one day return to the land. Now, whatever you think about Israel, it is a promise of God that it would be there. And in the Word of God, it said, can a nation be formed in a day? And that's exactly what happened. In 1948, Israel was brought back in one day by the resolution of the UN. So God's promises was made, and God's promise was kept. Now, let me point also them to a personal example. I had mentioned before about how God brought my wife into my life. And one of the things I didn't mention is I got dumped. And it was a situation where I actually was planning on marrying the young lady. I actually had the ring, whole 9 yards. And so I was feeling bad. I mean, no one likes to get dumped. And God spoke to me. He said, if you are faithful to me, if you'll trust me, 3 months, and I will bring someone new into your life. So it's like, okay, God, I trust you. We'll see what happens. And so that was April, May, June, July. At the beginning of August 4th, is when we had the Christian Singles Picnic. So God made his promise, and God kept his promise. Now, we have to know that, again, his time is not our time. We have to know that it may not be the way that we think it'll happen, but we can trust as we follow after him with all our hearts that God, if he makes a promise to us, it will take place. So hopefully that's not too bad. Hopefully that's encouraging. Take care. God bless.